Welcome back to the channel 1 cent coin value. This is the channel where normal coins turn into big money stories. This is where pocket change becomes hidden treasure. And today, I am telling you a story that every coin collector in the US and UK needs to hear. Even if you are not a collector, this video matters to you. Because the 1969 Washington quarter dollar is one of those coins that looks normal, feels normal, and spends like normal money. But the right one can be worth thousands, and in rare cases, much more. Let me take you back to 1969. America was changing fast. The moon landing. Protests. War. Stress everywhere. The US Mint was working under huge pressure to make millions of coins fast. When people rush, mistakes happen. And in the coin world, mistakes are where big money is born. The 1969 quarter came from a time when errors slipped through the cracks. Many were never caught. They went straight into circulation. That means regular people got them. Not collectors. Not dealers. Just everyday people buying coffee and gas. That is what makes this coin so exciting. It is not locked in a museum. It is not hidden in a rich collector's vault. It could be sitting in your house right now. That thought alone should make your heart beat a little faster. Now let me calm you down for a moment. Not every 1969 quarter is valuable. A normal one, with no errors, in worn condition, is usually worth face value or maybe $1 or $2. But do not stop listening. Because the value explodes when certain details appear. And these details are easy to check. First, grab a quarter. Look at the date. You want to see 1969. That is your starting point. If the date matches, do not celebrate yet. Flip the coin over. Look closely at George Washington. Under his ponytail, look for a small letter. This letter changes everything. If there is no letter, that coin was made in Philadelphia. If you see a D, it was made in Denver. If you see an S, it was made in San Francisco. Each one has a different story and a different money potential. Now here is where the suspense begins. The San Francisco Mint in 1969 mostly made proof coins. Proof coins are special coins made for collectors. They have shiny mirror surfaces and sharp details. They were not meant for everyday use. But some of these proof coins had shocking errors. Errors so valuable that collectors fight over them today. One of the biggest is the 1969 S double die quarter. This is not a small thing. This is serious big money territory. A double die means the design was stamped twice slightly off. This creates a clear doubling effect on the coin. You need to look closely at the words. Check the word Liberty. Check in God we trust. Check the numbers in the date. If you see thick letters or a shadow-like doubling, your hands may start shaking. Because high-grade examples of this error have sold at auction for tens of thousands of dollars. Some have gone over $30,000. That is not hype. That is real auction money. Now pause for a second. Think about how crazy that is. A quarter that looks almost normal. A quarter that many people would spend without thinking, and yet collectors would pay big money for it. That is hidden treasure at its finest. But let me warn you. Not all doubling is valuable. Machine doubling is common and usually worthless. True double die errors are strong and clear. This is why magnification is important. A small magnifying glass can make a huge difference. Now let us talk about another error that can change everything. Off-center strikes. This happens when the coin blank is not lined up right when it is struck. Part of the design is missing, and part of the metal is blank. Many people think damaged coins are junk. They throw them away. That is a mistake. If you find a 1969 quarter where the design is clearly off-center, and you can still see the date, you might be holding big money. Mild off-center errors can bring a few $100s. Strong off-center errors can bring over $1,000. The more dramatic the error, the higher the value. Collectors love coins that look wrong. They tell a story. Now here comes one of the most shocking parts of this entire video. The metal. By 1969, quarters were not supposed to be silver anymore. They were supposed to be made of copper and nickel layers. But sometimes, very rarely, a silver planchet from earlier years was left behind in the mint machines. A 1969 quarter struck on a silver planchet is a dream find. How do you check? Look at the edge of the coin. A normal quarter has a copper stripe in the middle of the edge. A silver quarter does not. It looks solid silver all the way through. You can also weigh it. A silver quarter weighs more. And it sounds different when dropped. A higher ringing sound. If you find a confirmed 1969 quarter struck on a silver planchet, you are no longer talking about pocket change. These have sold for thousands of dollars. In some cases, well over 10,000. That is life-changing value for many people. Now let us talk about color. Color matters more than people realize. If your quarter looks strange, reddish, or uneven in color, pay attention. Some 1969 quarters are missing part of their outer metal layer. This creates a copper look. These are called missing clad layer errors. They are real. They are collectible. And they can be worth from several hundred to several $1,000s depending on condition. Here is something very important. Never clean a coin. Never polish it. Never scrub it. Cleaning destroys value instantly. A rare coin cleaned the wrong way can lose most of its big money value. If you think you have something special, leave it alone. Now let me ground this story in reality. These are not myths. These are not rumors. Real auctions have recorded real sales. Collectors have paid serious money for 1969 Washington quarters with errors. Some were found in circulation. Some were found in old collections that people forgot about. Ordinary people made these discoveries. Not experts. Not rich collectors. Just people who took the time to look. That is why this matters so much. Because you do not need luck. You need awareness. You need to slow down and check your coins. Here is what I want you to do after this video. Grab every quarter you have. Check the dates. Separate the 1969 coins. Look at the mint marks. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling. Look at the edges. Look at the color. Feel the weight. Listen to the sound. If you think you found something special, the next step is professional grading. Companies like PCGS and NGC authenticate coins. They confirm errors. They protect your coin and its value. Never sell a rare coin raw without knowing what you have. Now let me leave you with a thought that should stick with you. Millions of 1969 quarters still exist. Many are still in circulation. Many are sitting in jars, drawers, and boxes right now. Every single day, someone spends a rare coin without knowing it. Do not let that be you. This channel exists to stop that from happening. 1 cent coin value is about opening your eyes. About seeing hidden treasure where others see nothing. About big money stories that start with small coins. Before you go, subscribe to the channel. Because the next video will reveal another everyday coin that shocked the coin world with its life-changing value and trust.